Hello gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. Thank you so much everyone who has recently subscribed or hit the notification bell, because I asked if folks would do it because the YouTube algorithm has been really weird and freaky and suppressing channels and restricting things. So I said, guys, if you could help show the algorithm that you want to watch this, I'd appreciate it. And guess what? You did. I got a whole bunch of new subscribers, which hopefully was you. So thank you so much. If I ever see you, drinks are on me. Not in London, though. It's £8 a pint here in London. It's insane, but this is where I live. But if we pass like a little sort of, I'm imagining like a little lemonade stand with, you know, a cute little kid like you see in old sitcoms, and they're selling like a little cup of lemonade for 10 cents. I'll get you one of those. I've literally never seen them in my life. Do they even exist, or is that something that you just see on TV? Anyway, we got news to talk about, so let's talk about it. This is pretty good looking right here. Hot Toys are just about doing every single Batman under the sun, almost as many as McFarlane are doing, with a slightly higher price tag. And actually, it was the McFarlane version of this Hellbat that got me to buy some of my first McFarlane figures. And then I had a couple of them and I was like, ew, no, I'm good. But the Hellbat was pretty cool, and this version here looks quite amazing. An Arkham Origins version. I guess this was an alternate costume from Arkham Origins. I played Origins, had a good time with it, but I don't remember this suit coming up. I guess I didn't, rinse all the DLC and everything. So this is going to be $315, pretty much standard for Hot Toys now. But man, like the Hellbat heavy metal looking guy, like he's pretty wicked. 2,000 pieces, which again, I know always sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, apparently it ain't a lot. And this should be releasing around about the third or fourth quarter of next year. So start cleaning that shelf space now. Folks, it's time to take a quick pause for the cause and tell you about this channel's sponsor, Legendsverse. And you know who Legendsverse are. They are your one-stop shop for all of your action figure collecting, cataloging, and correlating needs. No matter what you collect, whether it be Marvel Legends, Mafex, Storm Collectibles, Jada, Motu, WWE, Transformers, Mythic Legions, McFarlane, Mafex, Mezco, and a whole bunch of other ones as well. If you're into action figures, then this is a fantastic resource in which you can literally go back decades and see all the figures that have come out from all the different characters, all the different lines. You can catalog your own collection, see what it's worth, how much you've spent on it, and see which figures you need to get to complete whatever displays you have. It's free to look at everything on the site, and if you want to get the super package, you can pay a one-off membership, and then you can just catalog everything to your heart's desire. And if you click the link in the description below, you get a discount because you're one of the model behavior community. So yeah, Legendsverse, go check them out. Griffith! I love Berserk so much. Maybe one day we'll finally get like a full anime, just telling the whole story, or an amazing, could you imagine a live action movie? That would actually be horrifying, but I'd be here for it. And I'm kind of here for this Guts action figure as well. I'm still a little bit burnt on collecting Berserk figures because SH Figure Arts, you done me dirty, but maybe that's why I need to look further afield for them. So we've got here from Bro Toys. Good on you, bro. 1/12 scale Guts figure from Berserk, 17 centimeters tall, well, 1/12. And yeah, he's got all the gubbins along with his little Puck fairy as well, little pixie. That's kind of fun. And it says that it should be available eventually. There's a mini Baku pre-order bonus. Yeah, that's Puck right there. Can't see when it's up for pre-order, but maybe it is now. I'll put the information down below so you can go find him if you need to. Harvenger Studios are a company that have just been very quietly putting out some incredible work over the last couple of years with their Savage Crucible line. Now we've got a couple of reveals that are going to be available exclusively at Wonderfest. Is it Wonderfest Shanghai? Yes, October 2nd to 3rd. Also, shout out to Dave and Alex, a couple of friends of mine who I met over in Hong Kong who work on this line. Amazing work that goes into these. I've got a couple in hand now I'm going to be doing some reviews of soon. Can't wait to finally unbox them. I haven't got around to it yet, but I really, really want to, because They're just fun, man. Bit of Conan style, sword and sorcery, Frank Frazetta, Dungeons and Dragons. All of these look so, so cool. The bone mask with the horns, the tusks strapped on as well. So wicked. So this is Varnox Unchained, exclusive deluxe figure that will be made available for the first time at Wonderfest Shanghai, and then available at Titan Toys Expo, October 25th to 26th. So yeah, a con exclusive price of $50. It's a bargain. Okay, well done, guys. This thing looks pretty wicked. I don't know why I pointed like that. You can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at him there, and he looks good. To be or not to be? That is the question. Is it though? I mean, just to be would be the answer. Why would you choose not to be? Shakespeare. Hack, am I right? So here we got a new 2B figure from Nier Automata. It says here, new game action, game character recommended. A lot of auto-translate stuff from Bombusby. Annie Meister Yora 1/9 scale Nier Automata figure. 1/9 scale, it's always that kind of like awkward thing. I mean, they're shorter than Hot Toys, but bigger than McFarlane. It's a real unique thing to itself. But this little lady right here, she got the squishy butt. Counts for a lot. What can I say? Butt-Tech in the year 2025, we're living in a golden age. They didn't go for the squishy silicone material on the torso, though, I don't think, which is likely because I think there's a lot of intricate stuff going on with the dress and all the mechanics. So they're like, you know what? We'll go for the old plastic. But on the butt, squeezable silicone Butt-Tech. Can't go wrong with that. Super 7 have their new wave of Silverhawks figures. Silverhawks, I don't think ever came to the UK. Or if it did, it totally passed me by. But clearly there's a big old market for it. So this is Silverhawks Wave 7 with a whole bunch of characters who at first glance I was like, oh, they're the new Thundercats. Nope, but very similar aesthetics, I find. So we're going to be getting Condor, Flashback, Hardware, and Melodia. All just brand new names to me. So these are going to be about $65 each, so your typical Super 7 Ultimate type prices. And you can buy the whole wave, actually, by the looks of things, directly from the Super 7 store. So if you're a big-time Silverhawks fan, which is probably going to put you in the minority if you're in the UK, then you can pick these guys up pretty soon. If you're somebody like me who enjoys rock and rolling all night and then going on to party every day, then you might want to get the new NECA Ben Cooper Kiss Halloween figures. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. And honestly, now that I think about it, the best I could probably do is rock and roll occasionally and party maybe every other weekend. I'm in my mid-40s, all right? I'm not 20 anymore. Even when I was 20, I wasn't that much of a partier. That's a lot of peopling you've got to do. And my social battery, even at a younger age, I was like, can I just go and chill out and play Game Boy for a while? But hey, that's just me. That's how a player's got to be. So this set here is going to be $80. You can buy all 4 of them together. I think they're available just on general release. I'm pretty sure it's not a NECA store exclusive, I don't think. So yeah, they're going to be available 4th quarter of this year, hopefully squeaking just in time for Halloween. Well, this dude is a little bit cute and adorable. From SH Figure Arts, this is a special edition Son Goku and Dragon, but it's a US release because you got to go through different hoops to get your hands on it. Let me just read the blurb from Toy Arc here to make sure I get it right. So previously, this was an exclusive for Jump magazine. I guess that's where all the shonen anime are distributed. And it was part of their Dragonball 5 Jump 40th anniversary. So now it's getting its US release, going to be available at the Tamashii Nations booth at New York City Comic Con this year. So keep your peepers peeled for that one. If you want it, you're going to have to go to NY Comic Con in person. I don't know why I half abbreviated that. You got to go to New York CC, and then you can pick them up, well, like I said, in person. Higher Toys not slowing down with their Godzilla line. I feel like we've had the Scar King already, but I guess that was probably SH Monster Arts. They can often get messed up in my mind because they are quite similar products. But I was talking to a friend of mine who collects both, and I was like, which ones are actually better? And he straight up said, comes down to the figure. Sometimes Monster Arts have the superior one. Other times it's Higher Toys. This Scar King, looks pretty decent. Always thought it was a bit of a rubbish villain for Kong versus Godzilla, though, because the first Godzilla versus Kong kind of proved that the reptile lizard is able to body the gorilla. So then the big bad that they have to team up and fight in the next movie is a gorilla. It's like, Godzilla could probably solo this one. Anyway, that being said, this figure is going to be $60, $59.99 to be exact, and going to be releasing around about the third quarter of next year. So keep your eyes out for him. I'm saying that a lot. I got to find new ways to end each segment. But, until then, enjoy me telling you to keep your peepers peeled and make shelf space should you want it. I need a writing team. Can you tell I haven't got one? I know. Amazing. McFarlane have been very busy again. Like, they really don't stop. I kind of wish that Marvel Legends had this kind of output, because if they did, like, my channel would be doing gangbusters, because people are a lot more into that than they are to McFarlane. But having said that, these Batman Returns figures, they seem to be very, very popular. Sorry, I was stifling a burp there. I think you could still tell. But the Selina Kyle Catwoman, chances are that might have sold out already by the time you're seeing this. I'm just going to go really quickly to Big Bad Toy Store. Sold out, sold out. Oh, wow. Everything is sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. This is kind of a segment in and of itself now. Okay, so not so much reporting on, oh, McFarlane figures are out. It's, yeah, they're out. Wow. These guys have sold out everywhere. Okay, well, if you didn't get your orders in, lads, good luck. Good luck with that. What about Amazon? Currently unavailable? Whew. Might have to shop around for these ones. I'm sure Todd McFarlane's like, why didn't I make these figures before? It's because you were too busy making alternate Batman. You should have just done the crowd pleasers at the start, Todd. You might have kept the license. I mean, I'm sure he had a chance to keep the license. I mean, I'm sure anyone could bid for it. I guess he decided, I think I've made all the Batman I can do now. The penguins are still available. You got the Commando penguins, and of course, there's also the penguin in his duck as well, which is a store exclusive. I think is that GameStop exclusive? I'm gonna double check that. But hopefully that one's still available for you. Yeah, that seems to still be available. $100. A lot of people seem quite excited for that one. It's kind of grotesque and weird, but hey, that's the Burton Batman movies for you. So yeah, good luck finding them. They are out there, but you might have to search. Also, McFarlane have previewed a whole bunch of upcoming figures in their YouTube preview video thing. I don't know what the name is. McFarlane Pulse Stream, we'll call it that. So we're getting another Batgirl, which is kind of a funny one because the more vintage looking Batgirl that was just revealed, I think looks way better than this. This one has, I think, a plastic cape as well, unless I'm mistaken. I think it's plastics. That's kind of a step back, isn't it? Or is it just the lighting? I don't know. I'm just debating with myself here. It looks a little funny, is what I'll say. But I do like the design. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just prefer the more vintage looking one. Then we're also going to be getting Backfire as well. And then finally, we're going to be getting Red Tornado. I say finally. There's other stuff as well. But there you go. That's the first three. But the next two is a 2-pack. So we're going to be getting an Atom and Spectre 2-pack. Now, help me out, guys, because Lord knows I need help with everything. These are re-releases, yeah. We've seen the Atom and the Spectre before, right? So this is just a repacking for the sake of repacking? I mean, have they included anything different? I can't see anything different. I know that folks are out there saying, well, actually, Dave, if you just watch the McFarlane video, you would know. I don't have the time. All right? I don't have the time to watch everything. I can barely watch wrestling anymore. I'm not going to watch Tom McFarlane going, oh, we've got another Batman. No, that's why this channel is a vague overview and not like, this is Fact Report with Factman Jones. Anyway, we're also going to be getting page punchers, and these are kind of nice. But then again, I mean, how many more Supermans and Jokers do we need? Well, at least one more of each by the looks of things. So Page Puncher, Superman, with the very kind of 90s look to him with the hair, the mullet. That's kind of fun. And then Joker, this Joker here, this Joker with the long trench coat. McFarlane's so funny, isn't it? I think the pins look garbage, but then they have really nice soft goods. So, what do you prefer in your figures? It's up to you. But this Joker here, I think he looks pretty good. I really do. So once again, got to say, McFarlane Toys, they're going to go out strong. Also, finally for McFarlane, just because I like to be thorough, we've got some really nice showcase type pictures of their upcoming figures. So I was talking about the Batgirl, got some nice looking artist gallery type pictures of her here. Also, one that genuinely, if I see it in maybe a reduced section, I wouldn't mind picking up is Failsafe. Considering that he's a full-on mega figure, that'd be great for like X-Men fighting robots type displays. That'd be kind of cool. If I can get them for like a tenner, why the heck not? It says here, mega action figure includes a weapon accessory, art card, and environmental base for display, not a toy. I'm pretty sure it is, okay? It's fun. I mean, I guess it's not a toy. It's a collectible adult action figure, maybe. Whatever. Then we're getting Batman of Earth 2, which I always just think is mustache Batman, because that's what that mask looks like. It's like he's going fighting crime with a big old cookie duster on his top lip. And then finally, we've got the black mask version of Batman, which honestly I think looks really creepy. Like the actual skull going into the ears, like that looks really cool. I don't know what the story is, what the deal is with the keys and the syringe and all that jazz. Probably something nefarious, no doubt. But yeah, just as a weird, ghostly, Grim Reaper-looking Batman, that's actually pretty cool. Once again, Todd, I don't hate what you're doing. Feels weird. Mattel are doing quite a fun CM Punk figure, which is kind of funny because this figure of him lampooning and parodying John Cena is almost like a microcosm of the real CM Punk coming back to WWE and like bending the knee to his corporate overlords. So having an action figure of him mockingly doing that is kind of funny. It's like art imitating life. You know, Mr. Voice of the Voiceless is suddenly like, I'm sorry, how much money? Oh, there's morals? Everything I built my career on? Oh, that was a joke. I'm kidding. I was kidding. Can I have the new contract, please? Anyway, that's my take on CM Punk. But the Elite Collection Punk Life CM Punk made to order pre-sale launches today, the 20th. And like I said, it's a fun figure. And I'm ripping on CM Punk because it's just like, you know what? I'm sure he'll cry himself to sleep on his pile of money. But yeah, this figure recreates CM Punk doing his John Cena promo. And it's the Elite Collection. The pre-sale launches today. So you can go over to MattelCreations.com and put your money down and you can get this guy. And they're not done yet either, because they're doing a crowdfunding Harley Quinn. And this is a bit more of an unusual one. So I'm not going to get into the debates of crowdfunding. If you want to go for it, you can go for it. But it just seems like a funny one because it's, Harley Quinn. So Margot Robbie, like very, very popular. But it's from the Suicide Squad movie, which is pretty well maligned by everyone. Are there any genuine, not ironic, but genuine Squad fans out there? If there are, God bless you. Maybe you might want to pick this one up. So like a lot of Kickstarters that McFarlane do, there are different tiers you can get. So you can actually get the Jared Leto Joker as well. And also, what's the other one? So there are two different Harleys if you go for like the super duper tier. And of course, like his previous Kickstarters with Spawn, there's a lot more going on with the figure, with nicer soft goods, what looks like probably really high-end, digital scanning, real actor face type technology to get those likenesses spot on. So yeah, if you like the look, but honestly, I don't know, it seems like a funny thing to be doing now, of all the things to go for. But I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you want to immortalize the cinematic legend that was Squad, I might beat myself saying the name of the movie because the AI loves to suppress videos that say words that YouTube don't want you saying, which honestly, I understand some aspects of that. So if you don't like, or if you do like this, then you can get it. I was really confusing myself at the end there. The Batman Who Laughs is getting a very high-end 1/12 scale figure. And I don't know, are we all laughed out on the Batman Who Laughs? I feel like DC really kind of squeezed everything they could out of that character when he made his first appearance, because he was cool, awesome, a terrifying Jokerized Batman, yeah. But it seems like he's kind of dropped out of the public consciousness over the last few years, but we're still going to get a very nice looking action figure. This is from Up Figures X crossover, Fig Trove. Okay, so 2 different companies, neither of which Dave knows how to pronounce. But yeah, 1/12 scale from Dark Knight Metal, available for pre-order now. So probably at places like 5K Toys and your various import-type companies. Multiple heads, 17 hands, weapons chains, and a base as well. Going to ship in the 4th quarter of this year too, so you won't even have to wait very long to get your hands on him. All 17 of them. Speaking of zhuzhed up import Batman figures, just a quick preview here from LPZZ, and who of course LPZZ have been making the waves recently with their Batman figures, the Nolan Batman and the Arkham Knight Batman, both of which are pretty incredible. I got to have the Arkham Knight Batman in hand the other day when I was in Hong Kong, and I was like, dang it. That is actually pretty amazing. So this Deathstroke, he's probably going to be no less amazing as well. So of course, like I said, just a little preview. They're still going to make some minor adjustments to him before he goes live. And when he does, you'll be hearing about it here. Hasbro have been showing off some little preview images of their upcoming G2 style Grimlock repaint. And honestly, I love these crazy neon colors. There's something about it that just pops off the shelf. I say something about it, well, the colors, Dave. That's what it is that pops off the shelf. But this apparently, I'm just seeing from a comment here on the Toy Shiz Instagram page. What's the person's name? Transform and Tell. Okay, Transform and Tell says, this is the cancelled 90s no less. I am kind of sad we won't get the rest of them in the cancelled G2 decos. There you go. I didn't know that this was something that was done or was going to be done back in the 90s but didn't happen. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Resurrecting things that never saw the light of day nearly 40 years ago. Nearly 40 years ago. Holy potatoes. You know, already this Marvel DC crossover news is still the gift that keeps on giving. By the way, we're doing comic book news now. We're going back to the Amalgam universe. And we're getting new Amalgam characters as well. New characters that have already been mashed up with other characters. What the heck? We're getting a Wolverine-Lobo mashup, which is just fun, and it's taking me back to the 90s again. It's funny, though. Like I said, in the original Amalgam, Wolverine was mashed up with Batman to make Darkclaw. That was awesome. But also, we had Lobo getting mashed up with Howard the Duck. So we had Lobo the Duck. So this is a new one where, I guess, you know, what the heck? There are no rules. That's the only rule. It's fun to see. I'm just so here for this. Roll on October. It ain't that far away. I'm going to be buying, well, everything I can get my hands on that's Marvel DC crossover related, because it's a fun time to be a collector again. A little bit of a break from action figure news, but I wanted to share this because this looks pretty awesome. This Batman, is it Blu-ray? It must be Blu-ray because everything's, yeah, Blu-ray. Blu-ray 18 film DVD collection, all the animated Batman movies, which while varying in quality, generally like animated Batman movies like pizza, even if it's not great, it's still pizza. So let me just give you the full rundown here. We got Batman Gotham Knight. I won't say Batman anymore because duh. We got Gotham Knight, Year One, Under the Red Hood. Such a good movie. Bad Blood versus Robin, Son of Batman, The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, Dark Knight Returns Part 2, Assault on Arkham, Batman and Harley Quinn, Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Ninja, Return of the Caped Crusaders, Mask of the Phantasm, that's like the big classic, Mystery of the Batwoman, Superman Batman Public Enemies, and finally Superman Batman Apocalypse, as like a wonderful like treasure trove of some real classic animation. This is a nice looking set. And folks, that does it for good news for today. What did you think about all the items covered? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then I'd be really grateful if you hit that thumbs up, give this video a like. Go on, what's it gonna hurt you? Or if you want to like doubly support the channel, then you could always get a channel membership, just like all the folks going up to the side of me have done. And that gives you a chance to, well, just walk around with your head held a little bit higher going, you know what? I'm helping Dave put out videos. And people will be like, why? Like, I don't know. He works hard. Bless him. If I don't help him, who will? Exactly. I'm your responsibility now. So gang, thank you for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Nope, put it too far away again.
back up. I'm here. Hope for coffee. Big time